Just west of Chicago, in a community called Elmhurst, there's a place where you'll grow into a connected thinker and a passionate changemaker, with skills to excel and knowledge that lasts. Elmhurst University. Go far, do well.
Welcome into R.A. Fagenal Hall, where we're set for a CCIW matchup as the Wheaton Thunder take on the Elmhurst Blue Jays, this time on the men's side. Second game of our doubleheader after Elmhurst won the women's game 73-58. Wheaton coming into this one at 3-6. This is their first game in conference play. Elmhurst at 3-4. They are 0-1 in the CCIW after a loss against Augustana earlier this week on Tuesday night. We're about set for the opening tip. It'll be Jaden Malachi going up against Noah Hedrick for Wheaton, and the Thunder win the opening tap. So they'll start with possession. This Wheaton team averaging over 68 points per contest, allowing just over 76 a night on the defensive end of the floor. But the star of the show for the Thunder is Soren Richardson, leading the CCIW, scoring nearly 23 points per game. Here's Richardson with the basketball right now up top. Hands off. This is a long two. It doesn't go, and the rebound comes to Aiden Boone for the Blue Jays. Jack Cherry, the freshman, making the second straight start for Elmhurst. And he'll hand off to Sebastian Blahut. Those two in the starting lineup. No Tegan Pearson in the starting lineup for the Blue Jays. So here's a kick out for Cherry. Now Boone. Extra pass for Trellenberg. Trellenberg down the lane, takes a bump, and he'll head to the free throw line for two. Dominic Trellenberg leading the way for Elmhurst in scoring, over 16 points a game. That foul went on Soren Richardson. That's his first. Trellenberg, an 82% free throw shooter, and he makes the first. Trellenberg coming off 16 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists last game against Augustana. And he makes both. So an early lead for Elmhurst. Noah Hedrick up top for Nathan Clark, the senior. Hedrick again. Hands off Devin Martin, 6'3" freshman out of Westerville, Ohio. Clark down to Richardson, quickly double team. Looks to get it back to Clark, and that'll be over and back. And a turnover for the Thunder gives it back to Elmhurst. These two teams led by two of the best and most consistent head coaches in the CCIW. Mike Schauer for Wheaton in his 16th year. John Baines in his 12th season leading Elmhurst. Both have taken their respective programs to the Final Four. Here's Blahut, shot clock winding down. Boone atop of the key three is nothing but net. And Aiden Boone, coming off a 10-point game against Augustana, has his first three today. Martin on the outside, goes down for Richardson. Working against Malachi, puts it off the window and in. And that shows you the kind of player Soren Richardson is, not afraid to bump down low in the paint with the 6'7" Malachi. And Malachi has to be careful. He got in foul trouble in that game against Augustana as Trellenberg knocks down the three. Back-to-back threes for Elmhurst. And they've got an 8-2 lead. Nebbs gives to a cutting Martin, fouled on the way up. That'll be on Aiden Boone, his first on Elmhurst as a team, sending Devin Martin to the free throw line. That's an area where Martin has struggled a bit this season. 6 for 15 at the charity stripe, and he misses the first. This Wheaton team coming off an 87-63 loss at home against the University of Chicago earlier this week as Martin sinks the second. 3 straight losses for the Thunder. And not an easy CCIW opener against the defending champs in Elmhurst, although a much different Elmhurst team. The only returning starter from last year, Tegan Pearson. But this is a pretty young Wheaton team as well. So a couple of programs that in the early part of the season still trying to find their footing and their rotation as a three is on the way there from Cherry. It doesn't go. And Wheaton will bring it the other way quickly. Hedrick into the corner. Nebbs had it blocked there by Boone, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Thunder. Kyle Nebbs will inbound, the junior from Fort Mill, South Carolina. Gets it in for Martin. And poked away by Boone. Loose on the floor. A couple players diving for it. Jump ball. The possession arrow will give it to the Blue Jays. Great effort from both teams going after this loose ball. Malachi, Cherry, all in the area. Aiden Boone coming in at the last moment as Hedrick tried to hold on to it. Couldn't quite do so. Blahut over to Cherry. Now Boone. Back to the basket, finds Malachi, who's wide open right underneath the hoop. An easy 2 for Jaden Malachi has stretched it out to a 7-point lead for the Blue Jays. And now an offensive foul off the ball. That'll give it right back to Elmhurst. That one goes on Kyle Nebbs. That's his first, second team foul against the Thunder. Blahout hands off Trellenberg. Here is Trellenberg against Richardson. That'll be a fun matchup to watch this afternoon. Kicks out 3 on the way from Blahout. Can't hit. Malachi tipped the rebound, but then it comes to Hedrick. Rebounding is an area where it looks like it'll be a big advantage for Elmhurst coming into this one. The Blue Jays average over 36 a night. Wheaton at just over 29. Beers up top. Over for Martin, and a reach-in foul on Blahout. That'll be his first. That's the second team foul on the Blue Jays here with 15:36 to go in the first half. Blue Jays have gotten off to a good shooting start in this one, 3 for 5. Wheaton only 1 for 3 from the field. They only attempted 3 shots nearly 5 minutes into this game. Hedrick spinning his way, got Malachi in the air, and a nice move in the post from Noah Hedrick. And you can sense Jaden Malachi on the defensive end being a lot more cautious than usual after fouling out in that game against Augustana. Tegan Pearson hits his first 3 of the day, coming off the bench, and he gives Elmhurst an 8-point lead as the Blue Jays have hit 3 threes in the early going. It was a little bit of a tough night in the loss against Augustana for Tegan Pearson. He was 2 for 10 from 3, and we've seen John Baines the last game. He had Sebastian Blahout come off the bench. So some of his more veteran players, sometimes you can use that as something to motivate them, a little bit of an energizer to bring Pearson off the bench. There was also a moment near the end of that Augustana game where Pearson was a little bit physical on a jump ball, didn't end up picking up a technical or anything like that, but coming off the bench here and hits his first 3. So a good start to the ball game for Pearson. And overall, a great shooting start to this one for the Blue Jays. 4 for 6. And this is a team that normally shoots right around 31% from 3. It'll be Wheaton basketball coming out of the timeout. As Devin Martin sets things up, and it's stolen away by Boone. A little bit of an errant pass there. Boone trying to dribble behind his back, and he's fouled. Impressive there from the Blue Jays post player, coming away with the steal and then dribbling it nearly coast to coast, drawing the foul on Devin Martin, his first, so 2 free throws for Aiden Boone. And Boone sinks the first. Came into this game 8 for 14 on the year at the charity stripe. As Kyan Vanderwood comes in for the first time, 6'4" freshman out of Caledonia, Michigan. And for Elmhurst, Vinny Ajahong Beta coming onto the floor for the first time, the freshman from Moline, 6'5". He has provided some good minutes off the bench this year as Boone's second free throw doesn't go. Tapped out of bounds by Malachi. It's Wheaton basketball. They get it in for Martin. Good defensive effort here by Blahout on the outside. Great pressure. An intense man-to-man from the Blue Jays. And it's blocked there by Blahout. Able to get the block on Ty Ferguson. And he brings it the other way for the Blue Jays. Blahout kicks out. Pearson gets a screen from Malachi. Boone up top. Spinning his way down the lane, off the window and in. Aiden Boone with 2 more. He's up to 6 points, leading all scorers in this one. And an 11-point advantage for the Blue Jays. They're on a 6-0 run. Now looking to respond. A foul on the floor as Hedrick was driving. No shot. Foul goes on Malachi. That's his first. And remember, he fouled out the last game, and he'll go to the bench. Almost wonder if John Baines challenged Malachi, see if you can avoid a foul in the first 10 minutes. He does pick up one there, so goes to the bench. Steven Schultz, who just came on with the basketball now, the senior from Austin, Texas. Devin Martin, pull-up jumper at the free throw line, and a nice shot from Martin, the freshman. And that ends a 6-0 run for Elmhurst. But it has been an ideal start so far to this one for the Blue Jays. Adja Hongbeta on the outside. His 3 too strong, and the rebound goes to Richardson. Thunder looking to push ahead all the way up the floor, out of bounds, and it will be Elmhurst basketball. That is the 5th turnover already for Wheaton. None for Elmhurst so far, and this is a Wheaton team that only averages about 10 per game. So they're already halfway to their average, and we're not even 7 minutes into this ball game. Adja Hongbeta goes for Roskowitz on the block. Top of the key, Trellenberg. Shot clock under 10 for Blahut. Trellenberg fakes. Looking for a shot, it's poked away. Ferguson brings it ahead for the Thunder. Jump stop through the lane. And can't get the finish. Wheaton was hoping for a foul call. Instead, Blahut is open, tried to kick down to Roskowitz, loose on the floor, it comes to Wheaton. Devin Martin up top, setting things up. Now Ferguson kicks into the corner. That 3 too strong, but an offensive rebound. Now Martin kicks out for Brumfield. And he had it poked away. Pearson comes up with it. Trellenberg with a jump stop into a double team. Wheaton wanted to travel, but now the Blue Jays can reset things. Trellenberg was calling for it. He was wide open in the corner. But the Blue Jays remaining patient offensively here. Roskowitz up top. Blahut, shot clock down to 5. Adja Hongbeta kicks back out. Blahut takes the 3, and he's fouled just before the shot clock buzzer. That goes on Steven Schultz, and 3 free throws coming now for Blahut. And that's one Mike Schauer can't like too much. Coach Schauer, the 2023 CCIW Coach of the Year. It's been a long scoring drought for both teams, and Blahut ends it for Elmhurst. It's been over 2.5 minutes since the Blue Jays scored a point. But with a made free throw, it's up to a 10-point lead. Now, Wheaton was just not able to take advantage of that long scoring drought from the Blue Jays. And it's an 11-point lead. It's been over 2 minutes since Wheaton scored a point. So the 11-point lead, the largest of the day for the Blue Jays, as Blahut hits another free throw, 19-7. Three for 3 at the free throw line there from Blahut, and a 12-point lead for the Blue Jays. Hedrick looking to drive, and a reach-in foul. It's going to go on Roskowitz. That'll be the first foul on Robert Roskowitz. Adja Hongbeta, good defense there. He's able to get a piece of that shot by Nebbs. It'll stay here, though, with the Thunder. Devin Martin to inbound is a little bit of a discussion here between the officials. Well, this is textbook. Adja Hongbeta just stay up and down. John Baines has to like that from the freshman at 6'5". He's provided some good minutes, especially defensively. Provides some of that length at 6'5", averaging 4 rebounds a game off the bench. Get it in for Hedrick, defended by Pearson. Hands off to Ferguson. And foul called. That's going to go on Roskowitz, so he picks up 2 quick fouls. Aiden Boone will come back on. Shot clock back to 20 for the Thunder. Nebbs into the corner for Hedrick. Driving against Boone, the hook shot, and he left it short. Chance for Cherry to push it ahead. Trellenberg gets to Pearson, a step back 3. That's off the side of the rim, and it'll go back to Wheaton. And you can tell John Baines was not a fan of that shot from Pearson. He was feeling it a little bit after hitting his first 3, but still some time on the shot clock there. Coach Baines not liking the step back there. So it'll be Wheaton basketball. Thunder have gone 3 minutes without a point. Nearly lost it there. They kick it out to Martin. He's open for 3, pops in and out. And then a foul on Soren Richardson as he was getting in position for the rebound. So that's 2 fouls on Richardson. And we'll see. He's going to have to head to the bench here with those 2 fouls with 10:31 left in the first half. That is definitely something to watch. Richardson, the leading scorer in the conference. He's been held to just 2 points so far. Now he's got 2 fouls. Trellenberg looking to take it to the bucket himself. Can't finish in close. And a foul coming against Elmhurst. That's on Trellenberg. That'll be his first. That is the 5th team foul. Both of these teams, actually the 6th team foul against Elmhurst. So the next foul will put Wheaton into the bonus. The Thunder have committed 5. We could see a good number of free throws in this first half. Good defense there by Cherry. Hedrick on the handoff for Nebbs, and a nice take to the basket. That ends a long scoring drought of over 3.5 minutes for the Thunder. Back to a 10-point ball game. First points of the day for Kyle Nebbs. Now Jack Cherry on the outside to Boone. Trellenberg thought about it. Now Cherry down the lane looking for a shot. He's fouled and got the bucket. What a big-time play by the freshman, Jack Cherry, making his 2nd career start. He's got a chance for a 3-point play. As Steven Schultz will check back in for the Thunder. You can see Cherry was pretty fired up there. And the lead back to 12 points for the Blue Jays. And Cherry completes the 3-point play. Cherry out of Carmel, Indiana, just outside of Indianapolis, went to Guerin Catholic High School. Martin kicks outside. Clark on the right wing. Shot clock under 10 here for Martin. Going against Adjahong Beta, tried to scoop it home. Malachi has the rebound. Jaden Malachi back onto the floor. He went to the bench for a bit after picking up his first foul, and also just to get a breather. Trellenberg, cross court for Boone, looking for another 3. Off target there. Malachi has the offensive rebound, and he's fouled. That's going to be a tough matchup for Wheaton. Jaden Malachi at 6'7". Foul went on Devin Martin, so he's got 2 fouls now. You got Martin and Nebbs as well as Soren Richardson, all with 2 fouls. So 3 starters for the Thunder have picked up 2 fouls. That was the 7th team foul on the Thunder, so a 1-and-1 here for Jaden Malachi. And he hits the first. That front end always crucial. Malachi not the best free throw shooter on this Elmhurst team, but able to make that key front end of the 1-and-1. And he hits both. Now a 15-point lead for the Blue Jays. Cherry applying plenty of pressure there on Martin. Now Vanderwood. Got Soren Richardson back into the game, playing with those 2 fouls. I think Mike Schauer senses the urgency for the Thunder to get back into this game. Now veers for 3. It doesn't go. Cherry the rebound, looking to move it in transition. Jack Cherry all the way to the bucket, and a foul called. Cherry's heading to the free throw line for 2. Malachi was there to follow the play. Vanderwood picks up the foul. That'll be his first. And 2 free throws for Jack Cherry, who has had a remarkable start to this game, 8 points. And he sinks the free throw. And another free throw good for Cherry, 26-9, a 6-0 run. And I should correct myself from earlier. Jack Cherry was the one who had the 3 free throws at the line after getting fouled. So he's up to 10 points, 5 for 5 from the free throw line. They kick it out, veers for 3, that's well short. Trellenberg to Boone. Cherry thought about it. Blahu to a cutting Trellenberg, and out of bounds. It's going to stay with Elmhurst. As it's touched up there by the Thunder. It's been a 7-0 run for Elmhurst. As it'll be Blahu to inbound here. Trellenberg backing his way, puts up the short jumper and rattles it home. Up to a 19-point lead and a 9-0 run for the Blue Jays. Hedrick on the baseline, backing his way against Malachi. Martin dribbles across the lane as the shot clock winds down under 10. The defensive pressure has been relentless from Elmhurst. Richardson an open 3, and he got it. Much needed shot for Soren Richardson. He's up to 5 points. Got into the foul trouble with the quick 2. Now Trellenberg from the same spot. He got it again. 18-point lead for the Blue Jays. Hedrick down the lane, nearly had it blocked, but able to get the finish. 16-point game. Here's Cherry. Gets it over to Trellenberg on the right side. Now Blahu, that mid-range jumper doesn't fall. See if Wheaton can start to cut into this big Elmhurst lead. Led by as many as 19 in this first half. Nebbs for 3, off the back iron, and the rebound goes to Cherry. Jack Cherry racing ahead, runs into some contact, and more free throws coming for the Blue Jays. 2 shots as the foul goes on Vanderwood, his second foul. 9th team foul on Wheaton. And they have 4 different players with 2 fouls now here in this first half. Jack Cherry has been a machine getting to the free throw line. These will be his 6th and 7th attempts at the charity stripe, and he makes the first. Well, consider this game a coming out party for Jack Cherry, already up to 11 points in the first half. In his second career start. And he finally misses a free throw. And a foul. Looks like this may be going on Boone. And it is on Boone. A 1-and-1 coming here for the Thunder. So Boone has picked up 2 fouls. And for Jack Cherry, it's already a career high. His previous career high was 7 points. Of course, was fouled on the 3 earlier, hit the 3 free throws. No, that was actually, now that I'm going to correct it. It was Blahout that had the 3 free throws, but Cherry has 11 points. He's gotten to the free throw line 7 times. The 2 of them have been kind of a dynamic duo. You've got really 2 ball handlers and 2 potential point guards both getting the start. And that has been a big key to Elmhurst jumping out of this 15-point lead here in the first half. Here's Cherry, a short jumper. Not that time. Rebound goes to Vanderwood. Wheaton shooting just 33% from the field. Richardson hit a 3 just a few minutes ago. Now Hedrick spinning against Boone. Can't get it to go, and Boone claims the rebound. And a timeout taken by John Baines with 5 minutes to go in the first half. Want to make sure to have a good possession here. Elmhurst is led by as many as 19, had a 9-0 run earlier in this first half. They have led the entire game. And the Blue Jays have done a fantastic job getting to the free throw line. 14 free throws attempted so far in this one. 12 for 14 as well, so not just getting to the line, but making their free throws. And Jack Cherry, a big part of that at 6 for 7. Blahout, 3 for 3. All inbound from the sideline. And the Blue Jays have been able to do this without Trellenberg and Pearson really getting going. Trellenberg with 4 points, Pearson with 3. Blahout on the baseline, tries to take it all the way, doesn't go. Trellenberg goes up, and he's fouled before that second opportunity. So 2 free throws here for Trellenberg. That's going to go on Vanderwood, his 3rd foul. The foul trouble continues for the Thunder. Vanderwood, the first player to pick up 3. You've also got Soren Richardson with 2, Devin Martin with 2, and Martin just came back into the ball game. Second free throw for Trellenberg. Doesn't get the bounce. Adjahong Beta with the offensive rebound. Good effort there by the freshman. Off of the missed free throw. Pearson thought about it. Here's Cherry. Fall away jumper, left it short, and tipped around, and Hedrick comes away with it. The Blue Jays have started to cool off a bit, have missed their last 4 from the field. But again, a little bit of a scoring drought, and Wheaton hasn't been able to cut into the lead too much. Their largest run of the game is just a 3-0 run. Here's Richardson. Soren Richardson swatted Blahout with the block on the leading scorer in the CCIW. And Richardson just really hasn't been able to get going too much in this one. He's only attempted 4 shots. He is 2 for 4, but they'd like to get him the basketball a little bit more. That one goes off the Blue Jays, so Wheaton will try to inbound again with 4:06 left in this first half. And now a little bit of a discussion between the officials. Kyle Nebbs will inbound, 5 on the shot clock. And tipped away there by Pearson. Nice play as they were trying to get it to Hedrick. So a couple of times the Blue Jays have thwarted the inbounds attempt here from the Thunder. Almost poked away at the shot clock buzzer. That doesn't fall, and a shot clock violation. Strong defensive possession from Elmhurst, and the defense has been playing really well in this first half. Blahout will bring the ball up. Gives it over for Trellenberg. And an offensive foul on Adjahong Beta. Looked like just a little bit of a push off there. Gives it back to Wheaton. That's the first foul on Adjahong Beta. Here's Martin. Richardson looking to back his way. Gets it back out, Hedrick. Against Adjahong Beta, puts it off the window and in. Good finish by Noah Hedrick. He's up to 6 points as Blahout puts on the brakes. Elmhurst has not scored in over 2.5 minutes, and Wheaton has made it a 13-point ball game. Elmhurst is led by as many as 19 in this first half. Blahout kicks out. Cherry, open 3, no. And the rebound of the Thunder. Here they come with Martin. Martin on the right wing. He'll set up the offense. Richardson going to work on Adjahong Beta. And a nice finish by Richardson, and all of a sudden it's an 11-point game. Some momentum for Wheaton. John Baines will take a timeout as it's been a 6-0 run for the Thunder to cut it to an 11-point Elmhurst lead. So Soren Richardson starting to get going here. 7 points now in this first half. He's 3 for 5 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3. And Noah Hedrick with 6 points for the Thunder as well. A good job by this Wheaton group. They were down by as many as 19 and starting to claw their way back here. Now we'll see what Coach Baines draws up coming out of this timeout. It's been a 3.5-minute scoring drought. The big key in this game has been Elmhurst's ability to get to the free throw line and also force Wheaton turnovers. Thunder have committed 7 turnovers, and Blue Jays have scored 9 points off of those turnovers. It'll be Jack Cherry to inbound. And he gets it to Trellenberg. Trellenberg with 7 points. He's the leading scorer for Elmhurst at just over 16 points a contest. Malachi trying to find a pass. Instead, he'll drive in. Now Blahut. And a travel. And you can see Mike Schauer pretty fired up about that defensive possession for the Thunder. So they're able to force a turnover. So a chance for Wheaton to cut this game into single digits. Hedrick up top. Here's Hedrick driving down the lane, and he's fouled. See if it goes on Malachi. And it was Malachi, so he picks up his second. And that's something to watch in this game. He fouled out the last game against Augustana. Hedrick, a 57% free throw shooter, sinks the first. And it's a 10-point ball game. Now a 7-0 run for the Thunder. Here with 1:50 to go in this first half. And he makes both. 9-point game. Elmhurst has not scored in nearly 4.5 minutes. And the Thunder have been able to take advantage. Trellenberg went down to the floor, able to get it to Pearson driving on the baseline. The runner doesn't go, but the putback does. Spinning Hedrick, and he gets the floater. So Wheaton able to come back and respond after the Blue Jays ended their run. Pearson fakes the three, now goes down the lane, can't get the roll. Hedrick the rebound. Kicks it out. And a foul on Pearson. It's going to be 2 free throws coming for the Thunder. That's the first foul on Pearson, as that's the 10th team foul, and Noah Brumfield at the free throw line. He's not attempted a free throw on the season coming into this game. He's able to make the first, as Aiden Boone will check back in for Malachi. So it's an 8-point ball game. And it looked like for a moment in this first half that Elmhurst was going to run away with this one. They were up by 19. Good job by Wheaton responding, especially Noah Hedrick, 10 points, 3 rebounds as well in this first half. Second free throw doesn't go. A chance for the Blue Jays to get a 2-for-1 though to end out the first half. Blahut. Over to Cherry. Now Trellenberg lines up a three, and he got it. Dominic Trellenberg into double figures with 10, a huge three to get the lead back to 11 points for the Blue Jays. It's about a 6-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Martin near half court. Shot clock under 10. Hedrick fakes, now kicks out. Nebs driving baseline, and a nice finish against Adjahong Beta. 5 seconds left in the half. Blahut with 2 seconds, has to put it up, kicks out. Cherry at the buzzer, no good. And that'll do it for the first half. Elmhurst jumped out to a big lead. They were up by 19 points. But Wheaton with a nice run to close out the first half. And they made each of their last 4 shots, and the Thunder able to get it to a 9-point ball game here at the half. Taking a look at some of the stats in that first half, Wheaton shot 42% from the field. They were just 1 for 7 from 3. Elmhurst shot 40%, 4 for 11 from 3. The free throw's a big difference. Elmhurst 12 of 16 at the line. They were able to get to the line a lot. Wheaton 6 for 8 rebounds, 14-13 in favor of Elmhurst, so not a big differential there, which maybe you would expect going into this game. And now let's go down to the floor where the Elmhurst Palms team is set to perform. A great performance by the Elmhurst University Palms team. We're going to send it to a break. Elmhurst leads 36-27 at the half.
My name is Danielle Corliss, and I am in Elmhurst University's online MENP program. I believe that nursing is a calling. If you have an interest in healthcare, this is a very diverse field to go into, and you have a lot of options on what areas you want to work. I'm really excited to be a clinical nurse leader because there is a strong possibility to improve patient outcomes and improving the conditions that nurses and other medical professionals work in. I really hope to impact the lower income or underserved communities. Coming from Kentucky, where I was an EMT, and then even in my clinicals here in the Chicagoland area, there are a lot of underserved communities and they don't have access to the proper health resources. And I feel like focusing on those lower income, underserved communities can really help the healthcare system in general, but can also improve the overall health in these populations. My favorite part of this program has definitely been the clinicals. So my big aha moment during this program was during my critical care rotation. I was at a Trauma 1 center in Chicagoland area, which was a very great experience. And working in the ICU and in the ED, that's when I really knew this is what I wanted to do. Listening to my classmates and my friends talk about their experiences in clinical has been a really exciting experience, just to hear that they're doing well and that they're having the experience that we all hoped for, and that we're able to put the knowledge that we've learned in class into the actual setting and into the real world with real patients. It's very exciting because we're almost at the finish line. It's a very proud moment for us.
After my undergrad here, I was working kind of locally with a couple former alumni in kind of a business setting, and so I was kind of interested by that. And then to get this degree was a huge opportunity for me and something that I just couldn't pass up. From the first class, a couple classes, the instructors brought a lot of their personal experiences in. So it was a lot less of like, hey, let's just read the book, let's go over the text. It was more like what they brought to the table, what they've learned in their careers. And for me, that was huge because being in the small size class, having an instructor that's going to be more engaging, it just made for a better overall experience. I was always looking for something that was going to be data driven. I was really interested in some of the storytelling that we did with the marketing class. So in my career currently, I'm an insights manager at a market research firm. Having the opportunity to specialize in something made it easier for me to narrow in on an industry. When I transitioned from the MBA program into my role now, I felt like I could take on things right away and hit the ground running. It's not only getting the degree and using it to elevate your career, but I learned a lot about myself as far as being challenged and stretched to be able to balance, coaching and classwork and a job and, relationships, friends and family and things outside of that. That was so unique to me, and to anyone that's considering this, absolutely do it. Yes, it's going to be hard. Anything worth having is going to be hard, but you learn a lot about yourself by doing it.
When I graduated in 2020 with my undergrad, I knew I wanted to continue my education. It was a natural choice to come back to Elmhurst. I had grown to know and love the faculty, the students, the environment, the curriculum, the flexibility behind the MBA program. Since I didn't really have a specialization, I took that time to take entrepreneurial classes, marketing classes, to see which path I really wanted to take. And in doing so, that allowed me to kind of figure out what I wanted to do afterwards. An exciting thing that the MBA has enabled me to do, I have two different perspectives, one of my own obviously, but also from my profession. I do talent acquisition, so I'm able to review resumes and applications of people who have and do not have master's degrees or MBAs, so I know the real life implications of having an MBA. For myself, it just allowed me the opportunity to take that extra step in my education and help to understand which direction I wanted to go. If you're looking for an opportunity to connect with others, to build networks, this is a great opportunity to do that. There's a small class size. They focus on team building and projects revolved around that. So Elmhurst gives you that opportunity to, not only see what you're good at, maybe learn from others and see how they work and how they work with others and how you could maybe expand upon that. If it wasn't for Elmhurst, I don't know what I'd be doing right now.
My name is Ricky Franks. I'm a part of the Accelerated Master's Entry Nursing Program here at Elmhurst University. What drove me to choose Elmhurst is the flexibility of the program. With this accelerated program, you're allowed to start right after your bachelor's degree in any other field that you've been in. So after this, we'll have our MSNs, and then after that, if you want to pursue your career more and become a doctorate or a nurse practitioner, then you can just get your certificate. The best part that stands out to me of this program is just the relationships that I built over the time that I've been here and the opportunities and experiences I've had through clinicals. We've had all of the clinicals, so we have pediatrics, OB. It really just opens up the opportunity to experience. During those clinicals, you're able to really practice the skills that you're learning and just really facilitate that compassion to your patients. It really just made me decide that I really wanted to go into mental health. It really solidified that decision. Now I have been accepted to a post-certificate program for mental health, and I want to be a nurse practitioner after that, which is just underneath a year. I really want to advocate for patients, people who don't really have voices in those vulnerable populations. I really just want to make sure that they're heard and that they're cared for in the way that they should be.
Transformative education happens not just in classrooms, laboratories, and libraries.
Throughout the university's history, our gymnasiums and playing fields have been the sites of wins and losses, but also of lifelong friendships formed and lifetime lessons learned.
If I could send a message to the donors, I'd thank them for everything, because I do everything that I do on this court because of them. I'm able to use these facilities to the best of my ability, and I'm able to do well in sports and academics because of them.
The cohort model is actually really wonderful because you get to meet lots of different people from all different backgrounds, all different ages.
Everybody's unique in their own way, where we express our ideas and we learn different things from each other.
I didn't really kind of realize how helpful it was going to be, how much I would rely in my classmates.
We all are able to reach out to each other to help each other. Nobody's like left in the dark. We all learn together that way, and so it helps us all succeed together and makes us happier about each other's successes as we move on.
It actually has become a support system for me.
I had a few wonderful classes that gave me some real world experience.
One of my classes entailed going through a simulation. It makes you collaborate with other people in your cohort. And it just makes it more engaging.
I got a chance to have an internship. They liked me so much that they offered me a contract.
I was able to get an internship. It did help me find that that might not be the right path for me, but at least with a business administration degree from Elmhurst, it matches a lot of roles more than just one thing, so it's very versatile.
Being a military-friendly school was a big part of why I selected Elmhurst.
Military benefits actually helped me completely with my education, as I wouldn't have gone back to school if it hadn't been for the military benefits.
By being able to use the GI Bill at Elmhurst, I was able to really just focus on my education and doing well in the program versus having to worry about the financial aspects of paying for school.
It was seamless and easy to process. They also are part of the Yellow Ribbon program, which helped make up the difference for the cost that the GI Bill did not.
Back to R.A. Fagenhall Hall. Elmhurst ahead 36-27 as we're about ready to begin the second half. Wheaton will start with the basketball. If you're just joining us, Elmhurst had a 19-point lead in that first half, but Wheaton able to get back into this ball game. Should be a fun second half. Second CCIW game of the year for Elmhurst, and this is the CCIW opener for the Thunder. Nebbs tries a three and hits it from the corner. And all of a sudden, a 6-point game. Boone on the right side looking for the response, and then a foul on Malachi. That's his third. So again, Jaden Malachi in foul trouble. Blue Jays are going to keep him on the floor. You have Roskowitz with 2 fouls as well. And he would be the player that would come in for Malachi. Richardson going to work against Trellenberg. That's a fun matchup, and Richardson wins it this time with 2 off the glass, and it's a 5-0 run from Wheaton to open up the second half. 4-point game. Trellenberg drives into the lane and had it poked away, nearly loose on the floor. Jump ball. The possession arrow will give it to Elmhurst. But a rocky start to this second half for the Blue Jays. They get it into Trellenberg. Wheaton wanted to travel. Shot clock down to 2. Malachi had to put it up. He didn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And the entire Wheaton bench on their feet as they come away with a defensive stop. Fifth turnover of the ballgame for the Blue Jays, as the Thunder have all the momentum right now. This was a 28-9 basketball game. Since then, it's been 23-8 Wheaton. Martin into the corner, and that three's good. Kyle Nebbs, and it's a 1-point ball game. Nebbs is up to 12 points as he hits his second three, and it's an 8-0 run from the Thunder to start the second half. What a shot by Nebbs, 35% shooter from beyond the arc. And one of his biggest threes of the season, he's up to 12 points. And Wheaton now shooting 48% from the field. Elmhurst at 38%. So a key timeout for John Baines. The Blue Jays were dominating this game in the early going. They had a 19-point lead with 7:38 to go in the first half. But since then, it has been all Thunder. And they're off to a perfect 3-for-3 start from the field to start this second half. So we'll see how the Blue Jays respond coming out of the timeout. Here's Trellenberg. They go right to their leading scorer, and he gets the bounce. Much needed 2 points for Dominic Trellenberg, and he's up to 12 on the day. Hedrick gives over for Nebbs. Back to Nebbs, looking for another one. That doesn't fall. Malachi grabs the rebound. Lahoot down low, takes a bump, and one. What a response coming out of the timeout for the Blue Jays, as Blahout has a chance for a three-point play. And that foul goes on Vanderwood. That's his fourth. So we may not see Kyan Vanderwood for some time for the Thunder. No good on the free throw, but tapped back out by Malachi. So a chance for a 4 or 5 point possession for the Blue Jays. Trellenberg for three. No, but another offensive board, and Malachi's fouled. And now you're starting to see that advantage in the rebounding category that we mentioned coming into this game. Elmhurst averages over 36 per game, Wheaton under 30, and you've got the size of Jaden Malachi, even playing with those 3 fouls. And he makes the first free throw. Second for Malachi, also goes. Very quickly, back to a 7-point lead for Elmhurst. Blue Jays on a 6-0 run, and that was a 4-point possession right there for Elmhurst. Couple of different offensive rebounds on that possession, including on a missed free throw. Hedrick going to work against Boone. Nice finish. Noah Hedrick. He's up to 12 points, and Mike Schauer takes a timeout. 5-point game, 16:37 to go. Well, you expect when these two programs get together, some exciting games, tight battles. Two really consistent programs, always contenders in the CCIW. And definitely a sense of urgency for Elmhurst after they fell to Augustana on their home floor in the CCIW opener. And this is the first conference game of the year for Wheaton. The Thunder at 3-6 overall. Blue Jays get it into Cherry. Lahut across the court. Boone open for 3. No. Richardson the rebound. Soren Richardson, the leading scorer in the conference, 9 points so far today. Brumfield going to work, left it short. Malachi skies for the rebound, and then he's fouled. Brumfield picks up the foul. That's his second. Third team foul on Wheaton here in the second half. Shot clock winding down. Blahut kicks out to Boone. Open in the corner for 3. No. And Wheaton comes away with the rebound. Martin pushing ahead the other way. Richardson, now an open 3 for Hedrick. Nothing but the bottom. And it's a 2-point game just like that. Noah Hedrick up to 15 points, leading all scorers in this one. Boone down low. He's fouled hard. And he's got 2 free throws coming. Let's take another look at this. I believe it was Hedrick that came flying in at the end of this play. But the foul actually went on Nebbs. And they're going to take another look at this. They're going to see if this was a flagrant foul potentially. So we'll take another look. Let's see. This was Aiden Boone going in. And initially, again, the foul was on 3. And then Hedrick came in at the end. Not sure Doesn't look like there was contact to the head or anything like that. But that's always what they're looking for in a situation like this, to see if it's anything flagrant potentially. So we're going to take a slow-mo look at this one. Again, the initial foul was on 3, and then Hedrick came in at the end, and Boone got pushed down, and you could see immediately went to the official. You could see this potentially being called a flagrant 1, depending on what they see. It was a little bit excessive there from Hedrick. You want to play till the whistle, but that late contact actually came a little bit after the whistle there from Hedrick. But we'll see what the call is from the officials. Still discussing this one. Now, if it is a flagrant 1, that would be 2 shots in the ball. But I would assume that would be in addition to the 2 free throws from the foul that went on Nebbs initially. Giving the explanation to the scorer's table. And we'll get the announcement from the public address announcer. Yeah, it looks like they did indeed call flagrant. So Boone at the line misses the first. Hits the second. And he should have 2 more free throws coming. Now, it was announced the flagrant was on, no, it'll be 2 free throws and the ball. So they called the flagrant, and then the common foul is wiped away. But still definitely a break for the Blue Jays to get those 2 free throws and the basketball, as Boone was able to split the pair at the line. Here's Malachi, can't get it to go, tipped around, and Richardson comes away with it. And a chance to tie the game, that doesn't go, and then a foul against Wheaton, and the Thunder can't believe it here. It was Nathan Clark, his first foul. So here's Pearson. Malachi trapped on the baseline, stepped out of bounds. Foot was on the end line there. It'll be Wheaton basketball, and Elmhurst has not made a field goal in nearly 3 minutes. So a chance again for Wheaton to make it a 1-point game or tie it up. Nebbs over to Martin, right corner against Blahout. Back to the basket. Doesn't go, but the putback is there. Back to a 1-point ball game. Well, we've seen Elmhurst, when Wheaton cuts it closer, be able to go on some runs. They're in need of another one here. Trellenberg for three. In and out. And now Wheaton with the opportunity to take the lead. They have not led in this ball game. Martin down the lane, doesn't go. Boone the rebound. A little too strong off the glass there for Martin. Here's Blahout. To Pearson, open three, fouled, and he got it! A chance for a 4-point play. Tegan Pearson. It's been a quiet night for him, but he got the look that he needed. Huge three and a chance for a 4-point play. That's a key moment to remember. And it was a 1-point game here with 13 minutes to go. Chance for Pearson to get it back to a 5-point lead for Elmhurst. And he's now up to 9 points on the night. 47-42, the Blue Jays ahead. Poked away for a moment in the corner. Ty Ferguson to Martin. Now Richardson, he's got a mismatch, goes up strong and he's fouled. Richardson had the mismatch there on Boone. And then Blahout came over to help. Check that, it was Jack Cherry who picked up the foul. As free throw doesn't go there from Richardson. Nearly an 85% free throw shooter. First time at the line tonight. Second free throw coming here from Richardson, and he makes it. So Richardson now into double figures with 10 points. So here's Cherry. Also have Witcher out there on the floor for the Blue Jays, seeing his first minutes of the night. Pearson gets it to Boone, looking for three, off target. Now Hedrick. Hedrick in the right corner against Roskowitz. Tries the reverse lay-in, no. Poked out of bounds, last touch by the Thunder. So it'll be Elmhurst ball. Good effort there and a good attempt. But Hedrick unable to finish as Trellenberg will check back in. Boone heading to the bench. It's been a tough night shooting from the outside for Aiden Boone. He's 1 for 6. He can make that shot, 32% on the year. Pearson to Witcher, an open three. And an offensive foul before that. Going on Trellenberg. Picks up his second foul. Well, Wheaton has been able to get this to a 1-point game a couple times, but they still have been unable to take the lead. Elmhurst is led from wire to wire. They led by as many as 19 in the first half. Top of the key three from Hedrick. That doesn't go, but an offensive rebound nearly. Jack Cherry came away with it for the Blue Jays, and now a transition opportunity. Wheaton able to get back defensively. Cherry working the right side. Kicks out for Trellenberg. Pearson back to the basket. Spinning jumper, and he's fouled. 2 free throws coming. Foul going on Christian Veers. That is his first. 2 free throws here for Pearson, and he makes the first. So now taking Pearson into double figures, 10 points for him. And a 5-point lead for Elmhurst. Both teams have gone cold here in this stretch of the second half. Wheaton has not made a field goal in almost 3 minutes. Elmhurst, one of their last 7 from the field. Ferguson nearly lost it for a moment. Gets it to Hedrick, 5 on the shot clock. Hedrick down to 3 on the timer. Puts it up, doesn't go, and the rebound comes to Pearson. Wheaton now one of their last 7 as Roskowitz picks up a foul. Extended that arm out to try to get some space, and that's going to be his 3rd. Take another look at it. Yeah, against Martin, a little bit of a shove there to try to get space, and right in front of the official. And John Baines having a chat right now with Roskowitz, who's got 3 fouls. For Elmhurst, you have Roskowitz and Malachi both with 3 fouls. On the other side for Wheaton, 4 fouls for Vanderwood, 3 for Nebbs, and a few different players with 2 fouls here with 10 minutes to go. Handoff for Richardson. Tried to go across the court, and that goes into the Wheaton bench. Turnover there for the Thunder. Haven't been a ton of turnovers, 8 apiece so far in this game. Pearson, Trellenberg fakes the 3. Now Witcher. Pearson, baseline 2, no. Tipped out of bounds, last touch by the Thunder. It'll stay with the Blue Jays. Here with 9:39 to play. Malachi hands off Pearson. Trellenberg cutting down the lane, blocked out of bounds. Last touch by Wheaton. As Devin Martin will check back in for the Thunder. Pearson gets it into Trellenberg. Shot clock at 5. Offensive foul on Pearson, and he's arguing it was a flop there from Martin. That's the 2nd foul on Pearson. Let's take another look. Oh, boy. I think Tegan Pearson might have a point there. Maybe a little bit of a push, but maybe a little bit of embellishment there from Devin Martin. A smart play, though, to get the call. I think he actually ran more into his teammate. So here's Richardson. Top for Hedrick. Now here's Martin. Shot clock under 10. Martin down the left side of the lane. Finds space off the window and in. Nice finish there from Devin Martin. He's up to 7 points, back to a 4-point game. And now another long scoring drought for the Blue Jays. Over 2 minutes, but Pearson open 3. He's fouled again on a 3. That's the 2nd time that Tegan Pearson has been fouled on a 3. This is going to go on Devin Martin. Martin picks up his third, and that is also the 8th on Wheaton as a team. So 3 free throws for Pearson. He had a 4-point play earlier. Mike Schauer really doesn't like the call. Officials telling him ease up a little bit on them, but Pearson does miss the first free throw. Second one falls. Aiden Boone checks back in for Malachi. Malachi had been playing with those 3 fouls, does have 6.6 rebounds in this game. And Pearson makes 2 of 3 from the line. Lahu checking back in. And the Blue Jays applying a little bit of pressure in the backcourt on the Thunder. Vanderwood back into the game. He's playing with 4 fouls. Baseline drive. Now here's Martin up top. Mid-range jumper, left it short. Rebound tipped. It's taken back by Martin, and he lays it home. Devin Martin up to 9 points. Heads up play there by the freshman out of Westerville, Ohio. Witcher fakes the 3. Now takes an open mid-range jumper and rattles it home. First points of the day for John Witcher, junior out of Hudson, Wisconsin, and a 6-point ball game once again. Richardson had it poked away by Witcher for a moment, gets it down low to Vanderwood, who puts it in and gets fouled. Vanderwood with a chance for a 3-point play. And the entire Wheaton bench on their feet. Really nice pass by Soren Richardson, and he's fouled there by Cherry. Picks up his second foul. So 1 shot here for Vanderwood. Their chance to get this to a 1-possession game once again. Misses the free throw, but the rebound goes to the Thunder. Richardson. And that 3 doesn't go, but another offensive rebound. Vanderwood with it. So many opportunities on this possession for the Thunder. Already have scored 2 points on this end of the floor. Martin gets it to Hedrick. Going to work against Boone. Fall away jumper. No, but another offensive board. What a job Wheaton is doing on the glass. A 3 from Nebbs. Too strong. And finally Elmhurst with the rebound. A nightmare possession defensively for John Paynes. And he's going to call a timeout. I think he's going to have to talk to his team about boxing out a little bit after that last possession. So a timeout with 6:40 to go. A 4-point lead for the Blue Jays. 2 timeouts left for Elmhurst, 4 left for Wheaton. Both teams have not shot too well in this second half. Wheaton much better than Elmhurst in the second half. The Blue Jays shooting just 30% here in the second half. They're 4 for 13 and 1 for 7 from 3. The Blue Jays still have been able to get to the free throw line. They've gotten to the line 27 times in this game. Wheaton's only been able to get to the line 11 times. Rebounds are 25-23 in favor of Elmhurst. But a huge moment here in this game. 4-point lead for the Blue Jays. Again, Wheaton has not held the lead at any point. But the Thunder have just been able to hang around. They've gotten it within 1 point. They have not been able to tie it up, but at two separate instances, the Thunder got this to a one-point basketball game. Blue Jays get it into Cherry. Here's Trellenberg, back to the basket. Backing his way against Richardson, out to Boone. Tried to get it down low to Malachi, went through his legs, out of bounds, and it's back to Wheaton. 10th turnover of the night for Elmhurst. Martin down low, and Schultz with the finish. A 2-point game. Trellenberg, and a foul. That's going on Nebbs. Actually, they give it to Schultz, his third foul, so Trellenberg will have a 1-and-1 here. Trellenberg makes the critical front end. Taking Pearson back onto the floor. Pearson, Blahout, Trellenberg, Malachi, and Boone out there on the floor for the Blue Jays. And Trellenberg makes both. He's up to 14 points. That leads the way for Elmhurst, and it's a 4-point lead for the Blue Jays. And now a foul coming against Elmhurst. That'll be Blahout. Second foul on him, and a 1-and-1 for Devin Martin. 1 for 2 at the free throw line today. Makes the first. And hits both. Martin now into double figures as well. He's got 11 points. 2-point game. Boone, top of the key three, and he nails it. He had missed a few, but still had the confidence to take the three. He's up to 10 points. 5-point edge for the Blue Jays. Richardson on the wing. Kicks out. Vanderwood looking to respond, and he does. Huge shot by Kyan Vanderwood. And it's a 2-point game again. Timeout, Wheaton. What a game this has turned into. Elmhurst led by 19 in the first half, but Wheaton has continued to battle. And there have been a few moments in this second half where it looked like Elmhurst was going to get that lead built back up, especially after the three by Boone right there. You think maybe they're going to start to get that separation again, but a great response by Kyan Vanderwood. His second made shot of the ball game. 2-point game with 5:07 to go. What a battle between these two schools. It'll be Elmhurst ball coming out of the timeout. See what John Baines draws up for his team. It's into Blahout. Fakes the handoff for Trellenberg. Trellenberg takes the corner three, nails it. Dominic Trellenberg up to 17. And these teams just going blow for blow here in the second half. Trading punches on the offensive end. We'll see if Elmhurst can come away with the stop. Martin cutting to the bucket. No, good defense by Malachi, kept those hands up. Has to avoid picking up that fourth foul. Now Trellenberg is looking for a screen from Malachi. Right back to him, looking for three more. Yes, sir! 20 points for Dominic Trellenberg, and the lead to 8 for the Blue Jays. 2 straight threes and a 6-0 run for Elmhurst. Richardson kicks it into the corner. Shot clock under 10. Hedrick trying to get a pass out, gets it to Martin with 2 on the shot clock. Oh, he hits the long 2. And a timeout taken by Wheaton. 2 timeouts left for the Thunder, 2 left for the Blue Jays, and a 6-point game with 3:32 to go. Elmhurst has made each of their last 4 shots. And this is a game where the Blue Jays have only made 17 shots total. A lot of their points have come from the free throw line, 22 of 29 from the charity stripe. But the Blue Jays have shot the three pretty well, 8 for 21, 38%. Trellenberg has hit 4 threes. The career high for Dominic Trellenberg is 26 points. That came against the University of Olivet. He's got 20 points and 5 rebounds. That leads the way for Elmhurst. Noah Hedrick leading the way for Wheaton with 15 points, 5 rebounds. Devin Martin with 13. That's tied his career high. Kyle Nebbs with 12 for the Thunder. As they set up a little bit of pressure, now he's off of it. Trellenberg, what a cut to the basket, went for the slam, but he's fouled from behind as he went up. And 2 free throws upcoming. That goes on Steven Schultz. That's his 4th foul. So 2 free throws for Trellenberg, the lefty. Misses the first. As Schultz will go to the bench with those 4 fouls. Hedrick comes back on. Second doesn't go either. And Wheaton the rebound. Trellenberg only 2 for 6 from the free throw line. That's been his one downside tonight. Richardson. Vanderwood, and Boone got a piece of him. So Aiden Boone picks up another foul. That's his 3rd. 1-1 upcoming here for Kyan Vanderwood. Vanderwood 0 for 1 at the free throw line tonight. Makes the front end. Back to a 5-point game, 2:56 to play. Second doesn't fall. Wahoo setting things up for the Blue Jays. Going to be patient offensively, working with the lead. Trellenberg trying to get it over to Pearson, but it's stolen away. Martin now looking for a pass, gets it to Hedrick, and the runner doesn't go off the iron. Nearly got it to a 3-point game as Blahut brings it over half court. Out to Pearson for 3. He got it. Huge shot for Tegan Pearson. Up to 16 points on the night. His third made 3 of the ball game, and it's an 8-point lead. Now a little bit more desperation here for Wheaton, trailing by 8, less than 2 minutes to go. Hedrick working his way against Malachi, and a foul. That'll be the 4th on Malachi. He doesn't like it. Trying to contain himself a little bit. Taking another look at it. Yeah, a little bit of a bump there on Hedrick. Good call by the officials, who've done a great job tonight. 2 free throws here for Hedrick. And he makes the first. He's had a really nice game today. 16 points. 6 rebounds for Noah Hedrick. Season high is 18 that he scored against Olivet. And if he makes this free throw, right back to a 2-possession game. And 143, sometimes that can be an eternity in basketball as the second free throw doesn't go. Trellenberg seems like he maybe got poked as both teams were going for the rebound. Kind of grabbing at his face as he walked down the floor. Boone, shot clock under 10. Pearson over to Boone. All the way to the bucket. No. And out of bounds, last touch by the Blue Jays. As Malachi is going to come back in. Jack Cherry to the bench. So a 7-point game, just over a minute to play. Both teams in the double bonus, and each team with 2 timeouts left. Here's a 3, huge shot for Nebbs. 4-point game. Kyle Nebbs now up to 15 points. 15 points for him. Pearson. Hands off for Trellenberg. This is the man they want with the basketball, but he's off target on the 3. And a foul as both teams were going for the rebound. This one going against the Thunder. Foul goes on Martin. That's his 3rd foul, so Jaden Malachi with 2 free throws. And he hits it. He is 5 for 5 from the line. Came into this game at just 6 for 16 on the season. He has been great at the free throw line in this one. 7 points, 7 rebounds for Jaden Malachi. And he makes another free throw, 6 for 6 at the line, and a timeout called by Mike Schauer with 35.7 to play. A 6-point game If Wheaton can draw up another play to get a 3, that's where they want to be. Give themselves an opportunity. But with 35.7 left, you don't necessarily need a 3 here. If you can get a quick 2, give yourself a chance. And ultimately, what this game is going to come down to in the final 35 seconds is Elmhurst being able to make their free throws, and they have done that for most of the day today. 24 of 33 from the line, 33 attempts, charity stripe. And this Elmhurst team came in shooting just 64% on the year. They've had a lot of opportunities, and they've made more of them today. Richardson. Now Vanderwood against Trellenberg. Long 2 is short. Offensive rebound. Hedrick doesn't go. Another chance, and that's in with 21.7 to go. And a timeout called by Wheaton with 21.7 left. 4-point game. 21 seconds to play. That was the last timeout for the Thunder. Elmhurst still has 2 timeouts to work with. But it's all going to come down to the free throw shooting from here. And that's really been the difference in the ball game. The ability of the Blue Jays to draw fouls and get to the line. You have 3 different players for Wheaton that have 4 fouls. Vanderwood, Martin, and Schultz all with 4. Jaden Malachi, the lone player, with 4 for the Blue Jays. Both teams in the double bonus with 21.7 to go. Wheaton will set up their full court pressure, trying to get a turnover. And a quick timeout called to avoid the 5-second violation. That was well defended there by the Thunder. So John Baines trying to draw something up to beat the press with 21 to play. And now with only 1 timeout left for the Blue Jays, probably can't afford to do that again in terms of calling the timeout right before the 5-second violation. You'd want to save that timeout. John Baines having a discussion with the official. He might think there might have been a little bit of grabbing on that last attempt. They're able to get it into Boone, and he's quickly fouled. Aiden Boone, 2 for 4 at the free throw line today. Foul went on Ferguson. That's his first. So 2 free throws for Boone. Makes the first. That is now the 25th made free throw of this game for the Blue Jays. Make it 26. Now Wheaton's going to have to move quickly. They get it to Richardson. Step back 3. He's fouled by Boone. A costly mistake for the Blue Jays, and 3 free throws coming for Soren Richardson. Well, that's a tough situation. And Boone now with 4 fouls. 13 seconds left. 3 free throws for Richardson, and he makes the first. It's not the matchup you want, Boone against Richardson, but you're probably better off there. It was a tough shot. You know, Aiden Boone trying to play good defense, but maybe just ease off, and you don't want to leave him wide open for a 3. It's a 2-possession game, but 3 free throws certainly hurt. But he misses the third. Rebound comes to Trellenberg, and he's fouled. So now 2 free throws coming for Dominic Trellenberg. Foul goes on Nebbs. That's his 4th of the ball game. Trellenberg makes the first, up to 21 points on the night. And back to a 5-point lead for the Blue Jays. Martin back on for Wheaton. Second free throw also good. 28 of 36 now. Elmhurst is on the game at the free throw line. Wheaton has to move quickly. 7 seconds. Hedrick for 3. That's an air ball out of bounds. 3 seconds left. And that's just about going to do it for this one. Still 3 seconds. So Wheaton will still put the pressure on. They get it into Boone for Pearson, and Elmhurst wins it. 73-67, and the Blue Jays pick up their first win in CCIW play in the 2024-25 season with a 6-point victory over the Wheaton Thunder. The Blue Jays improved to 4-4 overall, 1-1 in conference play. Wheaton falls to 3-7, 0-1 in the CCIW. Valiant effort by the Thunder to come back in this one. It was a 19-point lead for Wheaton, or rather for Elmhurst. Wheaton hung around, but the Blue Jays ultimately hung tough, making their free throws at the end to win this one by 6 points. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and have head coach John Baines joining us.
A few wonderful classes that gave me some real world experience.
One of my classes entailed going through a simulation. It makes you collaborate with other people in your cohort, and it just makes it more engaging.
I got a chance to have an internship. They liked me so much that they offered me a contract.
I was able to get an internship. It did help me find that that might not be the right path for me, but at least with a business administration degree from Elmhurst, it matches a lot of roles more than just one thing, so it's very versatile.
Welcome back to R.A. Fagenhall Hall. Elmhurst with a 73-67 victory over the Wheaton Thunder. And we're now joined by head coach John Baines. And Coach, how big was this one, picking up your first conference win of the year?
You know, it's too early in December to be saying backs against the wall or any of that kind of stuff, but this is a big one. We had 2 home games, and you don't want to start off 0-2 at home. And I think more than anything, we just wanted to play a good basketball game. We've been struggling a little bit, and I felt like we responded. I felt like the first 10 minutes of this game I was really impressed with our guys.
Yeah, you built up a 19-point lead in that first half. Was there a real sense of urgency for this team coming into this one?
Yeah, there was. You just kind of get the feeling. That I think they knew the ramifications of it. But I thought defensively we really were talking. It was really active, and for the first time I felt like offensively we started popping the ball around a little bit, and that was really good to see. That's exactly what we needed.
Jack Cherry got a second straight start. He was really big in that first half. What did you see from the freshman?
You know, his first start, the things he was doing when he was playing on a reserve team, he was playing great. And I was like, and we know he's a really good recruit, and we knew he was going to be a good player. You just don't, you never know when sometimes with those freshmen. He was playing really well, and the first one I said, he took 0 shots. He got fouled a couple times. I'm like, the thing that got you on the floor was being aggressive, and he really did a good job, I thought, pushing in transition. He got to the line a little bit, and I'm really happy for him. It's a second career college game. I mean, he made a big strides in game 2.
Absolutely. Your team got to the free throw line 37 times in this game, made 28 of them. What does that say about your team's mentality and ability to just get in the paint and draw those fouls?
I think we made a point of that. We've been settling. We've been turning the ball over, and we've been settling for a lot of not poor shots, but not the best ones. And I said, hey, get your feet on the three-point line, and if you can't do it, we really went at it this week. We had the pads out. We had guys getting slapped, and you got to finish the stuff off. And I think some good old-fashioned just you drive it and you finish it, I think helped us.
Your team led from wire to wire. Wheaton got within 1 a couple of times. How were you able to keep your team composed and maintain the lead throughout the entirety of this game?
I'll have to go back and look, but I felt like we did a really good job out of timeouts, and that's something that we haven't been doing really well. And I don't know if it's focus or if it was just I don't know what it is, but I think part of this is when you get into situation work like this, and when you get into the last 5-6 minutes of games, coming out of timeouts and actually executing what you got is a big thing.
And last one here, Coach Dominic Trellenberg, another outstanding performance from him with 22 points. He just really seems to keep it rolling game after game.
Yeah, I challenged him, and I'm going to tell you, he's the nicest guy in the world, and he's a very good player. But I told him he needs to get a little bit more Kobe mentality, and he needs to. There are times where we had 9 seconds on the clock and the baseline out of bounds play, and we threw it to him, and he kind of deferred. And I'm sorry, that's the time you need to score, and I think he's taking it the right way, and I thought a couple of those shots he hit late was because I kind of said to him, it's about time for you to start doing what we brought you here for.
And he absolutely did, helping Elmhurst hold on. Coach, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
And congrats on the win, 73-67. Elmhurst wins it over Wheaton. They pick up their first win in conference play. For Greg Rosell, Connor Klingon saying so long from R.A. Fagnall Hall, where Elmhurst wins it 73-67. Thanks for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.